What is good? YouTube and friends, you are here chilling with real Saito Socials, the channel where we cover the most innovative, awesome, and profitable projects in the cryptocurrency space. While I always do thorough research on all of the videos I cover on my channel, you must always remember, do your own research. These videos are not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about Saito.io, S-A-I-T-O. It's a Web 3.0 Foundation grant recipient that is going to be responsible for running blockchain applications directly through your browser, creating an overall democratization of the Web 3.0 ecosystem. Web 3.0 is a term used which is to describe many evolutions of web usage and interaction among several different paths. In this, data isn't simply owned, but instead shared, where services show different views for the same web/same data. 5 main features of Web 3.0 include semantic web, AI, also known as artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, connectivity, and even ubiquity. Alrighty folks, so now that's out of the way and I've given you a bit of context, we're gonna have a look at how Saito works. We're gonna be taking a look at the Web3 Foundation grant itself, and we're gonna be taking a look at the Saito native token of the ecosystem. Alrighty ladies and gentlemen, so we are on Saito.io and we talk about solving the Infura problem. So what is the problem, ladies and gentlemen? Saito is a Web3 Foundation grant recipient that runs blockchain applications directly in your browser. The network pays ISPs instead of miners. So for those of you that don't know, that's an internet service provider. So internet service providers in this case, instead of miners or stakers. This allows for Web 3.0 projects to self-fund infrastructure instead of passing costs to predatory monopolies like Infura. So without going into too much detail about what Infura is, it is simply the way that, apps are typically launched in their full blockchain state via the Ethereum network, just to give a basic example. And it is Saito.io's belief that this can actually become quite costly and becomes a bit more like a predatory monopoly in this case. So by doing it through the ISPs, the internet service providers themselves, it actually democratizes this space in the Web 3.0 ecosystem quite a bit more. So if you want more information about this, ladies and gentlemen, and you do want to get into the technicals about it a little bit more, I will leave all the necessary links in the description of this video. So make sure you check those out and make sure you do connect with them on their Telegram, connect with them on their Twitter, join up with their Discord. If you are a developer, get involved with their GitHub, and their emails there as well. And there will also be links to the white paper and the light paper. So we're gonna have a look now at how Saito works according to Saito.io themselves. Saito is an open network for layer for Web3 that lets users run blockchain applications in browsers without plugins, private APIs, and non-open infrastructure. The Saito survives without an owner while funding the nodes that provide user-face infrastructure for its own network and other public blockchains. If you are new to Saito, the best way to experience the network is by trying out some of the many applications being developed atop it, such as the community-driven Saito Arcade. If you're a developer interested in building applications or adding some support to their alternate cryptocurrencies, our developer section has technical information and tutorials that will get you started. And coding on Saito is really very easy. Our introductory tutorial covering how to build and deploy our first application takes about 5 minutes to complete. The remainder of the site contains information on Saito's mechanism design, economics, and technical implementation. Because the problems that Saito solves are still poorly understood outside of actual economics, we recommend that those interested in learning how Saito works start with our overview of the economic problems that stand in the way of our other scaling attempts. Once the basic economic problems can be seen, it's easier to understand why Saito makes the design decisions it does, as documented in our Saito white paper and online repositories for code and other network documentation. Alrighty folks, so let's talk a little bit about how Saito's Web3 Foundation is going to be the future of the decentralized internet. Start by remembering how things used to work on the traditional internet. Companies like Facebook and Google created private databases to authenticate users and store their data. These companies restricted access to their private databases to force their users to use their websites and services. Not cool. The business model for most companies was selling enough advertising to pay for the cost of running the servers. Makes sense? This entire model changes in Web3 because users are identified by cryptographic signatures, and instead of uploading data to private corporate controlled databases, users publish it onto public networks where anyone can download and use the data. This shift to using public networks allows anyone to write applications that compete on equal terms. There are no companies controlling who accesses the data, and there is no need for them since the transaction fees that the user pays are supposed to cover the cost of running the network. Alrighty folks, so can you see it right there? It's a big issue that we do face, and you know, it's just one of those things where things evolve through time, okay? We have grown up, or many of us have grown up in a time where we're used to Google and we're used to Facebook controlling our data and making us pay to access data that is contained on their servers, okay? It's currently the way things are working in the ecosystem of Web 2.0, but that is where Web 3.0 changes and where Saito comes in and is going to be playing a pivotal role in this space. Developers that are choosing to develop and create applications using Saito and engaging in Web 3.0 are going to be creating applications that are open source, they are transparent, they are on the blockchain, and they are contributing to a democratization of this space where big companies like Facebook, Apple, Google, they cannot continue to create a monopoly where users have to simply pay to get premium services. It's open source. General members of the community, whether you're a software developer or not, can have rights to perhaps governance and contribution to this model using 3.0. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so let's talk about how you can get your hands on some Saito tokens before we do round up the rest of this video and finish off the rest of the website. So Saito is an application network under constant development. Nonetheless, some applications and nodes on the network may require accounts to spend Saito tokens in exchange for data services. To assist those who wish to use the services, we plan to allow the public purchase of tokens starting in spring 2021. Details will be posted on this page once available. If you are interested in advanced notification, please join our official Saito Telegram. I will leave a link for that one in the description of this video, so make sure you get involved. In practice, we expect to support purchases through an externally hosted smart contract that provides for the automatic purchase and withdrawal of tokens to the Saito network. Our plans for the convertibility and maintenance of purchase tokens as the network develops are as follows. 1. Users who purchase Saito tokens on exchanges or with other cryptocurrencies will be able to withdraw their tokens onto the public network at any time. The Saito team reserves the right to take up to 96 hours to issue tokens. 2. In the event of any network upgrade that resets the Saito blockchain, our core development team will strive to ensure that the tokens which have already been purchased and withdrawn to the live network will be reissued to the accounts that hold them. A minimum balance may be required to prevent a reissuance of network dust. 3. Users who keep portions of their tokens off the live network for ease of management will be able to do so for a period of at least 3 years. At the end of that period, we reserve the right to move outstanding tokens to the main chain. In terms of the token distribution itself, the ultimate token supply on the Saito network will be 10 billion tokens, an amount suitable for powering a global data network. Details on the distribution of the tokens will be available here shortly. So give me a like on this video, folks, if you'd like me to keep you up to date with that one. Alrighty, folks, so let's just have a bit of a chat about the main features of Saito before we do round up the video and finish off with the roadmap. So let's talk about its powerful application. Saito powers games, communication tools, social media apps, and other data and bandwidth intensive applications. In regards to the Polkadot ecosystem, Saito applications come with full support for Polkadot and other leading Web3 blockchains. Talking about the proper economics, an elegant economic design that solves fundamental scaling problems. About the open infrastructure, Saito funds the rollout of infrastructure for other networks as well as its own. Its peer-to-peer Web3 toolkit, libraries that support everything from QR generation and scanning to ZKP-based gaming functions. As for its app deployment, it's an open app store that lets developers build and deploy apps without the need to run any infrastructure itself. Enterprise PKI support, a scalable PKI network layer designed to handle enterprise-level key exchange and encryption requirements, and it's got a vibrant community, ladies and gents, a growing community of users interested and excited about the applications you want to build. If we just take a quick squiz at the roadmap as well, ladies and gents, so the first phase here, we've got the arcade and community growth, new game releases on the arcade, following up with the team expansion of ERP logistics and software, social and traditional marketing, onboarding third-party developers, fundraising through discount tranches, and finishing up with fundraising through discount tranches, finishing up with legals and structure for public sale and hardening and security work. So there's a list of the supporters here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So a large list of supporters here and all of their socials down the bottom. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So what did you think about Saito.io? My personal opinion on this in summary is that I am very, very bullish on this project because they are doing something that is genuinely needed in this community. Web 3.0 itself is not speculation. We're talking talking about blockchain and things like this within cryptocurrency, of course, you know, it's serious stuff. It's here in the present day. It's here to stay, and people are going to start realizing more and more how important the democratization of this space through the ecosystem of Web 3.0 is important, and how we need projects like Saito to get in this space and create this infrastructure, I like to call it, for developers to come on and create real usable applications where people can come on in a transparent manner, share information, take information in a public way, and it is just more power to the average person. So I'm always on board with projects that are involved in spaces like this. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you are someone that's going to stay tuned here and check out how to get some Saito tokens. I'll more than likely be making some update videos about Saito and when you can actually pick up some tokens as well. But for now, like I said, do join them on all their socials. And if you did like today's video, just smash the like button, give me a thumbs up, and get this video out to more people. It's a really, really awesome project. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you like making money online, and hit that little notification bell on so you do know when new project reviews do come out. And from wherever you are watching from in the world, I wish you a blessed and most profitable day in the crypto space, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Cheers, viewers.